Hey, good morning to everybody. Where are we at in the week? It is Thursday. We're almost to the weekend. And boy, the weather's going to improve greatly as we go into the weekend. It actually will start Friday afternoon and into Friday night, but we got to get there. And we got a couple more hurdles to get through, and that's some rain this afternoon and another round of thunderstorms Friday morning that could be strong with a lot of lightning, heavy rain, and gusty winds. Number one thing everyone's asking me, is there a tornado threat? I think it's really, really low. I can't say zero, but very low. I think I would focus more on the rain and wind and lightning for Friday morning, but let's talk about how it's all going to play out. So here's your current radar, and I'll pull this up so you all can see. So we had some rain this morning, made for a wet morning commute. Hi, Kirsten, how you doing? I got to meet Corey yesterday. He said hi, and I was like, hey, I know him, because he said, I know you, and we all know each other now. It's great. Hope all is well. But we had some rain this morning. There was a few lightning strikes in Florence and the Shoals really early when I first got here, like 3:30 in the morning. By about 4:30, most of it just turned out to be rain, and that's what we deal with now. But it's not for everybody. So you have some showers working northwest to southeast through the Shoals. Russellville, a little shower near you, no storms. And then southeast of Albertville, so like Boaz, Gadsden, up towards Fort Payne, Dogtown, a little rain there too. So what we have going on here is we're just waiting for the back edge of the system to move through and just change this really drab, dreary, severe kind of pattern we've been in for the last 9 days. And that front doesn't come through until tomorrow morning. Once it gets here, it sparks a few thunderstorms that could be strong in the morning, but once the storms come to an end, it is going to be like instant weather gratification in the afternoon, because it will literally clear out and dry out so fast. Winds turn northwesterly, and it will dry the air out, and it will be a delightful Friday afternoon and evening once we get there. So until that point happens, we have to deal with the clouds and the gloomy conditions, and we're still going to continue to track that as we go into the afternoon. So there's an area of heavy rainfall from Montgomery down to Mobile this morning. There was actually a tornado warning at the beach this morning, just about an hour ago. Severe weather is to our south right now, not moving north, but the northern fringe of the rainfall is just clipping parts of our area right now. There'll be a few showers that develop out towards Florence that's happening now. But I think the overall coverage this afternoon will favor east of I-65. And I think even by the evening, a lot of that will back off and then pick back up again tomorrow morning when this frontal boundary here dives south and sparks that potential for some strong storms tomorrow morning. It'll be kind of one of those mornings when it could wake you up at like 4 or 5 in the morning and then continue to move east through about 10 and 11 a.m. for areas along the Georgia-Alabama state line. It'll be probably pretty loud, it'll be bright, it'll be wet, and got to keep an eye out for some gusty winds as well. But the one last push, that's what it's like. The rain has been ongoing for like 9 days now, at least a chance of rain almost every day. And we can finally say that on Saturday that is not the case, which is great. So hour by hour forecast, that's how I think it sets up. Showers and storms for areas mainly east. Hi, Jacob. Good morning to you. I'm doing good, Kirsten. Hope you're doing well, too. Tegan's watching because she wants to see this hour by hour graphic. Tegan, this is why I didn't message you, because I knew I had a weather extra coming up, and I figured you'd be here. So this graphic is for you, okay? Chelsea, I'm so over the rain. Yeah, me too. I'm so over it, too. There's so many rain songs that come to mind. Like I was singing Milli Vanilli this morning, Blame It on the Rain, because I felt like that was like kind of how I felt. I figured a lot of people probably put the blanket back over their head and kind of called out of work and said, I'm not going in because the rain's still happening. But hour by hour, there you go. Southeast, mainly east of I-65, you got some showers and storms. Not thinking they're severe, but some lightning, some rain, typical thunderstorm. But look what happens at the evening though. At 7 p.m., not a lot going on. And the forecast models, at least the high-res models, have really backed off on any evening storms. And you watch, that will blow up in my face. But I think we're good. And therefore, the Trash Pandas are trying to play a doubleheader today, making up the rain out they had on Tuesday. And that might fare well for them. They might be all right. We'll see how it plays out. But whatever break we get during the evening, more rain comes back in by daybreak tomorrow, daybreak being about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning. And you can see some showers and storms. This will be the time of concern for some heavier rainfall, the gusty winds, and a lot of lightning. There'll be really bright storms, a lot of electricity, a lot of lightning with it. And before daylight comes, you can see that lightning for miles, and it will light up the entire sky. And then by 8 a.m., the showers and storms move across the metro area. Areas west still dealing with some showers and storms. This will impact the morning commute. And then by 10 a.m., the line pretty much moving through Albertville and then Fort Payne and just some leftover rain behind it. But once we get to the afternoon hours, all that rain starts to push south and east. The clearing trend will start for you first in northwest Alabama, and then it will continue to move southeast into the mid-afternoon. And by the time we get to 3 or 4 o'clock, it's quite glorious outside with temperatures in the 70s. A beautiful northwesterly breeze will pick up. Your humidity is dropping, and it turns out to be a really fantastic late afternoon, evening time frame. And we'll take it right into the weekend too, which will be nice. So here's your afternoon planner. Kept some scattered storms in the forecast, mainly east of I-65 through 3, 4 o'clock. And then some sun may actually pop before the sun goes down as we go into the evening hours. More storms and showers come back tonight, again after 4 a.m. And then they rip across the Tennessee Valley so fast that Friday afternoon is beautiful. Friday night is clear, crisp, and comfortable. 50s. Saturday is great. Enjoy. It's like the first day I can say it will be bright and sunny most of the day, low 80s. And then we've been adding the storms for Sunday. We had them in there yesterday. Forecast models for your Sunday afternoon. Like the Euro is a little bit more aggressive. The GFS has nothing. So kept some storms in for now. Right now it looks like they would come back at us from the northeast. So what does that mean for you at home? It means that it would favor areas mainly east of I-65. I think the majority of the weekend, though, will be just fine. We still haven't hit 90 degrees in Huntsville yet this year, or the Shoals, or Decatur. That's really late in the season. That tends to happen when you have a lot of clouds and rain in the forecast, and that's what we've had most of May. So next week, barring any rain opportunities, we have a chance to maybe go 90 by the middle to end of the week. We'll have to keep an eye on that. I did add some storms for Thursday, but I can tell you right now, the forecast model is kind of back and forth on whether a front will move through and spark some showers Wednesday or Thursday. So I just left it on Thursday for now. As we get closer to the day, it's like literally almost 7 days out. So we get closer to the day, we can fine tune exactly what day. It doesn't look like it will be like widespread showers or storms, just be like a little mini front that comes through. And then just tracking some chances to actually hit 90 degrees. Typically we usually do that by like the middle of May on average. So it's getting kind of late in the season to have our first 90-degree day. Some of you are very happy about that, though. Some of you are very, very happy about that. Karen, rain, go away. Come back when we need you. Yeah. I had somebody actually talk to me this morning. I forget her name. But she was like, yeah, don't say you want the rain to go away because we'll be in a drought before you know it. I'm like that kind of person that lives in the moment. I don't think about like down the road unless it's like a 401k. Then I'm always thinking about my future. But like if we get a lot of dry days in like July and August and we do get back into a drought, I mean, it can happen, but I'm pretty much done with the rain. I don't know. I think I'm part of the majority, but I like to think that we can have a day where it's sunny more than one day in a row. And I think we'll get back there next week. But I mean, she brings up a good point is, you know, get a lot of dry days sometimes in July and August with all the hot temperatures and we dry things out so quick and next thing you know, everything's drying up and we'll be like, whoa, where did that rain go in May? But we've had a pretty wet month, very wet month. Hi, Nicole, good to see you. Good morning to you. And Renata, good morning. We are done with the storms. The poor dog barks every time. We call it Barkorama. Oh, I'm stealing that term. That's great. And I can relate because as many of you know, I have Rubble, Trouble, and Sky. Yes, named after Paw Patrol. And they turned 9 in July. And I adopted them when they were 7. And I think they had problems with thunderstorms probably their whole lives. But Rubble, gosh, the thunderstorm could be literally miles away. He could hear it and it's done. So we have medicine for him and everything else. But yeah, it's tough. And then, of course, coinciding with the fact we're getting into summertime, people like to shoot off fireworks a lot. It's just a traumatic experience for that poor dog. So yeah, I'm kind of tired of like trying to time out when I have to give him his pills and everything because it's like every day there's a chance for thunder. Yesterday was like the first day he didn't have to be medicated. So he was probably very happy last night. He's probably really happy when he's medicated, to be honest with you. He's very like, ooh. But yeah, gonna have to do it again this afternoon because I have to give him like an 8-hour leeway for the pills, and that would time out till tomorrow morning storms. And if you don't give him the pills, it's more, for my dog, it's more than Barkorama. It's jump on high dressers and try to jump off. So you have to kind of keep him in play. But Can be very difficult for sure, very difficult. So I appreciate you all stopping by for Weather Extra. How we got this planned out? What's the schedule look like? So Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis is in tonight, and he'll have the latest on any storms that pop and then more about Friday. And then Eric Burke will be in tomorrow morning. He'll be walking you through the strong storms that affect the morning commute. And then I come in at night, and I get to come in when the weather's great, which is fantastic. Thank you, Mother Nature, for that. And then Eric and I will be splitting the weekend shifts. Eric morning, me night, both Saturday, Sunday. So we got you covered. Chief Meteorologist Brad Travis will come in this afternoon and have the very latest. If we get this lull in the evening hour, it's really just for him to just kind of focus on what happens Friday morning. Hopefully it will play down, and it just turns out to be a lot of rain and nothing severe, and we don't have to deal with any kind of damage reports or storm reports. Just to let everybody know too, 1, 2, 3, 4, 14 tornadoes on May 20th, one of them a waterspout. Last Saturday, Stevenson, Jackson County, tornado. Arsenal, tornado the other night. EF0 on the ground for literally like 2 seconds, but had 83-mile-per-hour winds and caused damage. And the National Weather Service is planning 2 more surveys tomorrow. They're going to be going up to, I think, Franklin County in Tennessee, probably near Estill Springs, to check out that rotation from the other night. And they're going to go they're going to Vallehermoso Springs area because there was another area of rotation the other night too there after the first one. So if those were to be tornadoes, and I don't know if they're going to be because they're going to have a survey done, but that would put us at 14, 15, 16, 17 tornadoes in about a 10-day stretch. No, 8-day stretch. That's a lot. And that's not counting the large hail that we had that was like baseball-size hail, not counting all the damaging winds that we've had with the storms, and not counting the heavy rainfall that we've had, and not counting all the lightning strikes that have hit a house, started on fire, hit a tree, knocked the tree over into a car. I mean, it's just been a series of not just rainy days, but potentially severe weather too. It's been a very active month across the Tennessee Valley. We could dial that back just a little bit would be nice. Samantha, good morning. Big chatter. What's up? Because I'm cheesy. It's good to see you. I hope all is well. Happy Thursday to you. Thank you for bringing a smile to my face. I still love that nickname. I love it. Somebody said to me, do you really want to be called Big Cheddar? I said, yeah, I do. I'm okay with that. I am cheesy. Hi, Donna Joe. Good to see you watching. Thank you for watching. I appreciate that. I'm going to pull the 10-day up so you can see it up close. I'll go back to the hour by hour in just a moment so you all can see it for those of you popping in now. Daniel says, when will this pattern lift? Friday afternoon. I'm telling you, Friday afternoon will be instant weather gratification. All right, so here's your timeline. Again, here's Thursday. This is what's happening this afternoon. Some scattered showers and storms favoring areas east of I-65. They'll back off during the evening hours. Heavy rainfall, but not much in the way of any kind of severe weather today. And then by evening, there's not much going on, but you can't rule out a stray shower or storm overnight. But I think most of us will have to wait until 4 a.m., 5 a.m. tomorrow. Storms will dive south and east, affect the morning commute with a lot of lightning, heavy rain, gusty winds. And then the storms will V-line towards Fort Payne and Albertville by about 9, 10 o'clock in the morning. Still some rainfall behind the main line. And then at noon, areas north and west start to dry out. Areas south and east follow suit by 2, 3 o'clock. And the winds turn northwesterly. They're a bit gusty, but it really truly turns out to be a beautiful afternoon. And that's the weather pattern change that Daniel was asking about, because it will bring a much more delightful air mass into play for Friday night and Saturday. And besides a few storms Sunday afternoon, looks like we'll probably stay dry until the middle of next week, which will be nice. I'm going backwards, everybody. Just bear with me. I'm going to put the radar back up so you can see exactly what's going on. There you go. Some rain this morning with some rumbles of thunder real early, but it's been mainly just a light to moderate rain event. But right now we have some rain falling near Fort Payne, Albertville along I-59. Looks like a little downpour trying to develop there just to the south and west of Fort Payne. That's probably near the Sylvania area. And then you have a scattering of light showers through the Florence, Schultz-Tuscumbia area, Sheffield, Athens. But a lot of holes in the rainfall right now. There's not raining for everybody. And if you don't have rain, you're pretty much overcast right now. And it's still really humid, but not hot. Temperatures are only in the 70s right now. So we've talked about the pattern changing. We've talked about the rainfall. We've talked to what else have I not covered? I think I got it covered. The last thing to talk about, the rainfall for Huntsville. So just to let everybody know, the Shoals took storm damage a week ago, and they've been missing their data at the National Weather Service, like on the page where you get the temperature and the amount of rainfall. So it's hard to gauge what that area in Northwest Alabama's had, but I am sure it's in line with just about everybody else. So I'm just going to give you the Huntsville numbers real quick. We went into today with 10.88 inches at the airport. The record May rainfall was back in 1983, which was like a completely similar pattern than what we're going through this year. And that's at 11.88. So we need 1.01 inches of rainfall today, tonight, and tomorrow to have the all-time wettest May since records have been kept, early 1900s. That's pretty crazy. Didn't have a lot of rain at the airport this morning. It was very light. But if we get some of those downpours with thunderstorms tomorrow morning that zero in right on the airport, and we get like a burst of rain really quick, we very well could hit the top spot. So, and unless you were born before records were kept in 1904 or 1905, that means one, you're 121 years old, and you may have been around for a month that was actually wetter for May, but on record, it will be the wettest one. All right, I am going to make a break for it. We got TVL coming up at 11. Join Peyton, myself. We're going to be hanging out. And then Matthew King on for the noon show again today. Gina Benitez still on vacation, enjoying a much-needed vacation, well-deserved. And she'll, I believe, be back, I don't know, I'm thinking tomorrow or Monday, but I don't know her schedule. But I do know Matthew's in at the noon show, and him and I got the tag team the morning show this morning. We get to do it again at noon, which is always a fun time. But for now, everybody have a great afternoon. Brad will be in later with more updates for you. And thanks for watching Weather Extra. Have a good day, everybody.